from 35 metres out.
Huge sigh of relief across the Nullarbor. Ashley McIntosh with the kicking in duties. Decides to thump it high and long, straight up the middle. On contest at centre half back. It clears the contest. Important ball to be won. Ling stood up in the Fletcher tackle. Wojcinski handball smothered by Glass, but it came back to him. Glass went to ground. Wojcinski's got a couple of options out wide. Ablett and Raleigh. Would have suited Ablett to go and take it on his chest. Kerr. Ball still alive.
Free kick. Holding the man.
It's going the way of the Cats. Raleigh cramping up. Synchronised cramping there. James Raleigh and his opponent, Daniel Kerr. Side by side, both calling for the trainers. Maloney goes inside 50 to McCarthy. McIntosh had him covered. Sirakoski taken down in a tackle by Kelly. And we'll have a bounce about 40 metres out from the Geelong goal. The Cats lead by 4 points.
Well, it's enormous stakes now, Jason, when you consider that for the West Coast Eagles it might mean a home final in either the first or second weeks.
Halfway through the final term, Hunter. Ablett smothers the handball. Johnson puts it out into the path of Ablett. Judd there as well. Fumbling over the top, but Maloney crashes in. The old 32 of Gary Hocking flashing across the screen, KB. It was Brent Maloney on this occasion. Gave away a free kick. It goes to Phil Reid.
And can play a bit also, Maloney. Just playing his first season of AFL football. Kerr. Just weighing up the options. Time for a little bit of think music. Looking for Jones in front. Good grab on the stretch. Centre wing. The run comes from Braun. Runs hard from half back. Sampi can be dangerous. It's been moved forward. Was that a throw from Enright? Wurapunda does well. A 360 to Chambers. Cousin can set it up. Looking for Fletcher. Just not enough carry on the handball. Sampi back to Cousins. Centering kick. Danger now for the Cats. Going to ground was Harley. Playing in front of Matera. He was held. The handball from Cousins just didn't have enough carry on. Put Fletcher under a lot of pressure.
Well, it was costly. They were out. They were open. Fletcher was going to run into an open goal.
James Raleigh from half back to centre wing. Banfield stood his ground. Big fist away. Mooney traps it. Good strong play by Corey. Finally finds the ball over the boundary line for a toss back in. Deliberate. And he's been pinged.
I think that was right. He just went directly for the boundary line. Made no attempt really to find a player disguised as if he was hand passing to a player, but the boundary was his option.
Jones on a long lead has got it. The Cats by just 4 points. 8-9-57. West Coast 8-5-53. Jones is too far out to score. It's going right to the goal square. Big pack of players. Now Harley's claiming it. And Haynes has got it.
Well, Harley might have been claiming it, but Haynes was pretty confident that it was his mark. I'd like to see it on replay if we get an opportunity.
Came from about 4 back, didn't he?
Well, he spent a lot of time on the bench. 26 goals for the season. Yet to register a score. That's a big one for the Eagles. They're in front.
Well, it was a big mark and a big goal, big opportunity for the West Coast Eagles to grab back the lead in this match. That's a great thing about our game as we watch it on replay. Oh, it was his mark. There's no doubt in the world that was Haynes' mark. You can have a quiet day, you can have no influence on the game, but if you stay in the game, you can always do something to help your side win, and that's what this young lad's done. He hasn't had a big influence on the match, but that was a great goal.
Great pack mark from David Haynes, and he puts the West Coast Eagles back in front. They lead by 2 points. And Rowan Jones, the man who thumped it in long to him, has been important in this game. He's up to 17 touches. Street's back on the ground, replacing Mooney. Less than 7 minutes in this game. Judd, handball to Reid. Now it's West Coast with some momentum. Spirals one inside 50. At ground level, Wurapunda through his hands. Graham to Spriggs. Can the Cats answer? Scarlett, Sanderson. They worked it well to Enright. It's a 2-on-1 for Ablett. He's got Kerr to beat and Banfield. Numbers win out for West Coast. And Kerr looks up, goes to Dean Cox and finds him. Handball to the run of Fletcher. Spears it inside 50. Haynes again. Almost. Play on. Jones from the boundary line. Screws it back. Misses to the near side. And Rowan Jones has really presented, particularly in this second half, Terry. He's just been an important link man.
He has. He's played a good second half in the game, and Haynes presenting himself now as a forward option.
Cats move it quickly from fullback. Graham the target. Work Cox under it beautifully. Takes the mark. It's the Eagles by 3 points. 6 minutes remaining. Graham goes to the long lead of Playfair. Honours that lead in good strong hands out in front of the face. Henry Playfair goes towards McCarthy. Couldn't hang on. Braun at the back to tidy up. Goes towards Jones, and here he is again. Takes the mark on the wing.
19 possessions.
Stood up when his side needed him to. Filling that Andrew Embley-like role across half forward. Graham off his hands. Did well though. Dived on the football. It was about to spill for Chick. Sanderson. High ball. Corey from the side. McCarthy over the top. And that was the great McCarthy. Great mark. Dishes off to Sanderson, who thumps inside 50. Ablett taken down by Banfield. And with 5 minutes remaining, David Werpunda will come to the bench, replaced by Sampi. Matthew McCarthy, a highlight, real special.
Well, he's just going to be a very good player for this side in the upcoming years. The thing again that I liked was he played on straight away, kept the ball moving for his team.
Street into the path of Johnson. Couldn't get the run of it. Goes back again. Judd in there. Won the football. Exploded from traffic. Chris Judd through the middle of the ground. Spriggs will run him down. Did well. Affected the kick. And in the end, that pressure from behind, the chase from David Spriggs, allowed Rook to chip in and take the mark and dish to Enright.
Who just pumps the ball wide. He's looking for James Riley. He's got it. Head to the centre square. Braun's going to tie him up. Kerr's been very good in this last quarter also for West Coast. Across half back. It's the Eagles by 3 points short. Finds Sanderson.
He's done a fantastic job of mopping up Kerr, just down in that defensive end.
Inside 50. One for the high flyers. Now a crumb is wanted. Banfield pounced on it. Across to Sirakoski. There's a Geelong player down to the half-forward line. He's looking that time out in front for Haynes. Couldn't take it. And it's over the line for a toss back in.
Might be Steve Johnson, is it? No, it's not. Not Street again. Right. Gee, it's been the street of hard knocks for him today. He's copped some wax.
He's hit the deck a couple of times today.
He's just come back on as well. From the last one, he's going to the bench again.
The Eagles by 3 points. 60 plays, 57. Wazinski cleans up to Rook under pressure. Found the target in Ling. Runs hard back to a cool head in Sanderson. Hammers the ball back. Here's a chance. Going to ground. Has he interfered with? No free kick. Strong play that time. Gives it across to Ablett from McCarthy, and Ablett kicks a goal. Well, the great McCarthy's just taken an absolute screamer, and now he's just played off that handball to Gary Ablett, who's a great finisher, Terry.
Well, it's a lovely finish, but what McCarthy's added to this game is he's young, he's fresh, and he just attacks the football. He just goes after the footy, whether it's in the air or on the ground, keeps his eye on the ball and sets up the play, and that's what Geelong have needed, just something exciting to get the crowd going.
Well, Skill Stadium's buzzing now, I can assure you. The Cats back in front by 3 points. And two names that Geelong fans might get lots of pleasure from in the future. Gary Ablett and Matthew McCarthy. They combine brilliantly there. We're into time on in the final term. West Coast season hanging by a thread. 3.5 minutes remaining. It's been a ripping contest all afternoon. Cox the tap. Cousins. Jones. Back to Cousins. Father played 67 games for the Cats in the mid-70s. Back to Jones again. Inside 50. Scarlett tries to work his man Haynes under the ball. It's still alive. There's a free kick and it's going to the Cats. Every decision so crucial now. Scarlett wins it. Sanderson's broken to the member side. He's got some space. Looks up. Goes to Spriggs. It's a mismatch in size. Cox got the fist to it. Then soccers off the ground to himself. Well played, big man. Little handball to Chick was brilliant. Here's Fletcher. Back to Chick. The handball went behind him. Back to Fletcher again. Now Sampi. 35 out to Chick. Back to Fletcher for his fourth touch in the chain, and he misses. Could have been a wonderful team goal. They did all the hard work. Got a man into space. Finally, it was Chad Fletcher. And look at the West Coast coach's box. They realised that was one that got away.
It should have been kicked eventually, but again, it was a missed handball to set it up in the initial stages. That's twice they've run into open goals and just haven't been able to find their targets with the handball to kick an easy goal. 2 3/4 minutes remaining. Enright will go long. Harley, Mooney, off hands, through Chambers. Raleigh again. Going in was Johnson. Was he held but not in possession? Play on. Chance for Judd. The exciting Judd's away through traffic. He's got away from three. Taken down by Riccardi. Dishes to Jones, who snaps and misses again.
What about the acceleration there of Chris Judd? Can you believe you can have that acceleration with all the players around him to take it, accelerate and just keep on accelerating. He's an exhilarating player.
Geez, they've had their chances, West Coast.
It's a one-point ball game. The Cats by a point. Riccardi's got it. He's in the back pocket. Slowing things down, directing traffic. He's getting the hurry on. That time from Matthew Head, the umpire says kick the ball. High ball to centre wing. Playing in front that time, couldn't take it, was played fair. He could be a comer for the Cats as well. Along with McCarthy, here's Chambers. Goes wide to Glass, stands and delivers inside 50. Getting back is Sanderson. Drops a sitter. Kerr's the tackler. Chance now for Colliker. Runs into Johnson. Loose ball. Kerr goes to ground. Handballs. It's a wild handball. Looking for Jones. Traps it on the boundary line. It's desperate. Sampi paddles the ball along in front. Great hands by Enright. Squeezed up on the boundary line. Finds Spriggs. The catcher away. Spriggs from halfback. Spears the ball in. Looking for Playfair. Couldn't take it. Colliker. Chance now for the Eagles. Finds Braun. Back to McIntosh. Inside 50. Graham. Couldn't take it. Got his hands on the ball. And we've got a ball up. Just over a minute left. What about the effort of Kerr? Graham looked a certainty to mark the ball, and Kerr, only half his size, just threw himself headlong into the contest. Made a real contest of it. Ben Cousins and Rowan Jones have both had 9 touches in the final term for West Coast. Been fantastic. Well, we saw both coaches there, Mark Thompson and also John Worsfold, caught in the tackle. Kerr tried to rip it out of the arms of Sanderson. Time clock ticking away. Chick wants a free kick. He'll get a ball up. The Eagles have got it within 25 metres of goal. There's 52 seconds left. If they win today, they are in the finals. The pressure is mounting. Mark Thompson looking for a big finish for the season for the Cats. They've been disappointing all year. Johnson has put in a couple of goals. Run down by Matera. Good enough to get the kick away. It's a big grab by Jones. A big mark. It was a big grab. Finds Braun inside 50. Danger for the Cats. Loose ball. Matera couldn't get his boot to the ball. Geelong stand up in the tackle. Harley brings the ball away. Looking for Chapman. Now there's a free kick. It's going all the way back to Rowan Jones and that Michael Braun kick. There's a free kick. It's coming back to the other side of the ground. Can you believe that? All the way back. But basically what's happened was Jones took the mark and didn't go over his mark. Chips it in, running with a fly to the ball. What a courageous grab taken by Braun. So they played on over the other side of the ground, and he didn't come back over his mark, so obviously the umpire had called it back to that area of the ground. It had to be taken back, but what it did was it allowed a loose player in Braun to be able to get himself free. That's what you're missing out on these days, Terry. You see that anguish there on the face of Mark Thompson. Braun has got this kick. I don't know if we'll ever miss that. 27 seconds left on the clock. Supporters wearing their hearts on their sleeve. Here's Braun. This to equal the score. This to win the game for the West Coast. He's hit the post. Scores a level. Scores a level. 9-9, 63 apiece. And a grab Grab taken this time by Harley.
4 seconds left. It's going to be a draw at Skills Stadium. The twists and turns to the race for September. It's a draw at Skills Stadium. Would you believe it? West Coast 9.